Have you ever thought about WHO as a man, even those who seem to have everything going for them, good looks, a great job, and confidence still find it hard to connect deeply with women? This question has been asked for thousands of years, and the answer is not what you might think. Not having the best sense of humor or the most men in the room, that isn't matter. In effect, most men don't pay attention to certain small but powerful actions that make a woman feel seen, understood, and wanted. These are very careful moves. This isn't the flashy stuff you see in movies or the old stuff you read in dating books all the time. They come from psychology and even ideas like styles and powerful knowledge that never goes out of style. Today we're going to talk in depth about 7 of these hidden secrets that women really want but rarely say out loud. These are the little things that when done right make you stand out. Even though 99% of guys who would never do these things, you will be different in a way that seems real and natural if you learn how to do them. The power of touch before classness is a fair secret. It's so simple but so few people know it. Imagine that you are on a date and everything is going great. You are talking and laughing and it looks like everything is going to plan. You drop your off and left for to low about and nothing things that happen. Most guys only focus on words when they want to attract women. Dating that a good conversation shows that there is a link for women. Tao classness is more than just words. It's about how she feels and what she feels. Touch is one of the best ways to make that connection. But really you set not any contact but a gentle kind non-sexual touch like getting a massage before getting sexual. This isn't about sharing for out or trying to get her to come down so you can move on to the next step. There is a need to be present, keep her safe and show her with or towards that you care about her. Happiness she can tell when you're really in the moment and paying attention to what she says when you touch her on purpose. What this means is that you are interested in her as a person, not just as a date or a way to pass the time. This and fucking behavior tells women, I see you, I value you, and I want you to feel comfortable with me. But that's just the beginning. Here is the second secret. When you flirt, don't be like the guys in movies who are either really sexual or really outgoing. The majority of guys get flirting wrong. Either they don't say much because they're afraid of making a mistake, or they try too hard to impress with vows, jokes, or comments. Flirting is fun for women, but only when it's done with confidence, tact, and respect. Easygoing flirting man stands out because he gives off a fun and stressful vibe. Think of flirting as a dance. Sometimes you lead and sometimes you follow, but you're both enjoying the music. The best flirting is light fun and just a little teasing. If she tells you your favorite food, you could say, really your favorite is that you obviously haven't tasted them while cooking. This is a light challenge to keep the conversation interesting and fun without putting in too much effort. More importantly, flirting isn't about getting liked. You lose your edge when you try too hard to please other women. I'm naturally drawn to men who are comfortable in their own skin and can't lie about things sweet or trying to gain approval. The most attractive men are just enjoying the conversation and aren't trying to win her over. This can be seen in their contact grins and polishes at just the right times. Women will sense this and find it irresistibly when you approach them in this way. Let us now discuss the third secret, all about timing and sensitivity. Gently caressing her hair at the proper moment. One of those motions that done right may establish an instantaneous connection. Is this one when done wrong? Tao it could seem embarrassing or even invasive. What can distinguish that it really boils down to timing and intent. Compressing nerve terminals that's at a strong emotional reaction. The escape is the most sensitive part of the body. A light touch on her hair can convey subviet indications of interest, trust, and intimacy. The biggest error guys do is either speeding this gesture or doing a mechanically without any genuine connection behind it. It's not only about the physical pleasure, it's about the on-side message it is sent. Impressed with you, tune to your energy, and I care about how you feel. The best approach is to wait for the time when she will be at ease. Perhaps she will slink in a little bit or show a smell that welcomes intimacy. There is natural warmth between you. At this point, you can softly sweep a hair strand from her waist, done deliberately and with confidence. This small act can be quite potent, but it should never be mandated. It may backfire if you try it when she is not ready. For this reason, emotional awareness and presence are really vital. Like philosophy teaches us to keep control, to act with moderation, and to read events without acting on impulse. Don't reach out only because you want to, rather do it at the appropriate moment to establish a relationship. Once you become proficient in the subtle discipline, you will discover that even the simplest gesture has great impact. The fourth secret is the subtle power a touch on her back in public. This initially seems to be a little meaningless gesture. Actually, it tells a lot without words. You show leadership, confidence, and a sense of protection when you gently rest your hand on a man's back as you're walking with her through a packed room or leading her. Women react to small goods that a man is grounded and competent. They do not require great demonstrations of masculinity to feel safe, not about domination or control. This delicate intentional touch communicates him hearing roar and him leading with quiet confidence. The secret is to do it in a way that seems natural and easy rather than forced or embarrassing. Imagine yourself strolling side by side toward a restaurant where your hand momentarily rests on her lower back as you stride forward to open the door just enough to urge her Forward without breaking pieces is a brief leadership moment when she wins. Comfort in knowing someone moves with percent confidence wherein nature is kind of self-mastery and emotional presence distinguishes you from most men who either strive too hard or hesitate to match their objective is simply to be a guy of presence and leadership that which women naturally find appealing not to elicit a response. Secret 5 is about being your guardian not in a big average top manner but in little consistent that demonstrate you have your back. Women of today are strong, independent, completely capable of managing the demands of life. Absorbed the more present you are, another very important skill is emotional intelligence. That doesn't mean you have to be a therapist or know all the answers. It just means being aware of your own feelings and the feelings of those around you. For example, if you think a woman is uncertain or worried, don't move forward with your plans. Instead, slow down, give her space to feel it easy and let her set the pace. This kind of sensitivity is very attractive and shows maturity and respect on the other. Hint: if you think she is lively and fun, match your energy with her, play around and enjoy the simplicity. Of the moment, emotional intelligence is about adapting and it shows others that you are smart and sensitive. Over time, you will find that people of all types, not just women, gravitate toward you. A steady, calming presence, not least of all the power of self-mastery, are not a pillar of both ancient knowledge and contemporary appeal. Self-mastery is not about repression of emotions or perfection. It's about knowing who you are, establishing your own criteria, and not allowing extraneous views or transient feelings to readily veer off track. Here is where strategy provides actual direction. You learn to stop, consider, and triple deliberately rather than reacting impulsively or caught in every up and down. If you find yourself in a scenario where emotions are running strong, perhaps someone is unpleasant too. Your temper is to provoke you. Take a breath, evaluate the situation, and then pick your reaction deliberately. For ladies and for everyone you come into contact with, the school calculated energy is quite comforting. It demonstrates that you are someone you can depend on when it counts, not simply another man whose feelings control him. This kind of self-discipline becomes second nature to you over time and is among the most appealing traits you might cultivate. Remember that when you start using any of the secrets, the subtlest actions are usually the most powerful. For example, resting your hand on her back in public is more about gently reminding her that you are there, paying attention and confident. It is about flaunting or claiming anything. When you talk about a dream you had about her, you're relating her into your world in a fun and interesting way, not trying to make a fake connection. These actions work better when they fit your natural behavior than when you tear right a reminder. Pressure is the same goes for yoga, facial hair, or any other visible sign of self-charity. It's about showing your inner discipline and self-respect, not about following a trend or checking a box. When you treat yourself, you are honesty and acceptance are magnetic. When you show up for a woman, not just in big events but also in the little daily acts of love and attention, you build a foundation of trust and mystery that could lead to something very amazing. For example, sending her a nice text to check on her day, remembering something she said in passing, or being there for her when she needs help. All small things that make her feel important and safe, but most men ignore them in favor of big actions or trying to impress others. Interestingly, the little things are often the most important ones. It's important to stick to your standards and limits. Equal men know what they want and are clear about what they want stand for. This isn't about being strict or demanding, it's about living yourself enough to live situations that go against your values. For example, you don't chase or argue with someone if you think they aren't being honest or are playing games. You just back out, focus on your own path and let your behavior speak for itself. This quiet confidence is attractive because it shows that you aren't always need approval or attention. Instead, you invite others to go with you, not the other way around. Because you are settled in who you are, you will be treated differently. When you start living this way, you will attract love, interest, respect, admiration, and new opportunities in all areas of your life. Women are especially sensitive to these changes. They can tell when a man is living with honesty and intent and when he is just following a script. If you ever find yourself